I think there are three. The very first one is that markets are still adapting to the shock we encountered last year, which is the interest rate shock that was of a magnitude in a time frame that is unprecedented. And all the financial system is progressively readapting to that, which is a little more complicated to forecast in how markets will react or adapt to the geopolitical situation. It's probably too soon to know, but there is a world where there can be very strong consequences on energy prices, for instance, and ultimately on the inflation that had started to go down, but that could rebound because of that. And the third challenge that remains, which is a more long-term one, but remains preeminent, is how do we use financial markets and how financial markets are adapting themselves to become more and more an instrument to finance the transition. I'm not sure that Amundi has solutions to address perfectly all these challenges because they are particularly complicated. But if I take some example on the three, I would say first, at the moment, I think one of our role is to re-explain the new macro environment we've entered into with our clients. In a way, we need to re-educate all our clients and ourselves to live in a world where inflation matters, where cash and money has a value, which is something we had forgotten in the last 10 years, and to provide solutions to adapt, in particular, to the interest rate curve that is difficult to manage at the moment. For instance, a number of solutions we provide at the moment are really solutions that we can build on from a money market perspective to give possibility to the investors to park their cash in a safe way. On the second aspect, which is more the geopolitical aspect of things, by definition, there is no crystal ball in the market and we do not have there. But I think looking at options that gives you the capacity to de-risk partially your portfolios or to hedge them vis-a-vis some extreme tail risks is something that we have the possibility to develop for our clients. And on the third one, but we remain totally committed to our climate and net zero commitments. We have at the moment the largest net zero product range in the market in Europe. So when I call net zero products, I mean funds that are managed respecting the carbon trajectory of emissions in the portfolio in recognizing the Paris Agreement objectives. We have the largest range there, and our ambition is to continue to develop that vis-a-vis all our clients. I think they play a very important role because at the moment there is an overall debate about ESG. There is something that some are calling ESG backlash that is coming notably from a transatlantic perspective. And I think at the moment, respecting the targets we gave ourselves, committing to them, delivering them is even more important in that context. It is in a moment where basically some may have some doubts regarding this type of commitments. And why do they have some doubts? Because these commitments now start to have an impact. They materialize. They have an impact on real economy, and therefore they bite, if you allow me the expression. It's when doubts are arising that we need to stick to them. And why do they play an important role in the market environment I just described? It's because they are an anchor vis-a-vis long-term strategies. And in long-term strategies, if you do not address the climate change questions in your portfolios, at the end of the day, that will have a massive impact on your financial returns. So this is the core interest of all clients to embed these objectives, these concerns that matters for us all into their investment strategies.